These aren't just numbers on a box. We're talking ammunition rounds that pack a punch, draw attention at the shooting range, and have a name for leaving devastating damage. You don't want to miss our top pick. Hey, let us grow this community together, will you? Come on now, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right in. By now, you're probably scratching your head wondering, how on earth does a .22 LR find its way into the list of deadliest calibers? Well, let me tell you, this tiny round has more tails than you would ever imagine. The .22 LR is one of the oldest, most popular calibers in the world, dating back to 1887. Its low recoil at an even lower price has made it a favorite among beginners, small game hunters, and even professional assassins. Yes, you read it right. The unprepossessing dimensions of the .22 LR belie its surprising accuracy in good hands. The quite remarkable quietness of this round when suppressed has garnered this cartridge considerable favor in covert military and intelligence operations worldwide. The .22 LR weighs around 30 to 40 grains and has a muzzle velocity of approximately 1,200 feet per second with an effective range of about 150 yards. It is not the fastest or strongest, but whatever might be lost in pure raw power is made up for by outstanding versatility. While not as powerful as some of the other rounds on this list, the .22 LR holds a special spot for its historic importance, spectacular versatility, and lethality. At number 12 is the .380 ACP, which is small, sleek, and packs just enough oomph to get the job done. Now visualize crossing a dark parking lot to or from work one evening with that little pistol loaded with .380 ACP tucked away in one of your pockets. Light and reliable stopping power would make a potential threat less formidable. The .380 ACP, also known popularly as the 9mm short, was an immortal creation of the great John Browning back in 1908. It has remained the first choice for pocket pistols ever since, and even James Bond showcased this caliber several times in his earlier films. The .380 ACP strikes a perfect balance between adequate stopping power and controllability. This cartridge will work well for concealed carry and self-defense, especially for people with smaller frames. Its relatively low recoil makes it an ideal choice for new shooters. This round usually weighs between 85 and 95 grains and has a velocity of about 1,000 FPS. That means it's effective only within a very short distance, actually limited to about 7 to 10 yards, perfect for self-defense situations. Although the .380 ACP does not have the raw stopping power of its big brother, the 9mm, it is far more pleasant to handle and more easily concealed, thus a very popular choice for personal protection. At number 11, we've got a classic powerhouse, the .30-06 Springfield. If you've ever been out hunting deer or elk, chances are you've seen this caliber in action. Introduced in 1906, the .30-06 was the standard issue cartridge of the U.S. military. It served with distinction in both wars and remains one of the most popular hunting calibers in North America. This caliber is highly versatile. The .30-06 does the job with precision and power, whatever the occasion, be it big game or long-range target hitting. Also, it's a favorite among hunters because of the round's deep penetrating qualities. With bullet weights ranging from 150 to 220 grains and muzzle velocities of up to 2,800 FPS, the .30-06 is a hard hitter with an effective range of 500 yards or more. It's a go-to for people needing accuracy and stopping power in one package. Picture a crisp morning in the Rockies, a big bull elk sitting before you. You steady up the .30-06 Springfield, aim, and squeeze. Watching this animal go down with one well-placed shot, easy as falling off a log. That is what that caliber is known for, extremely great performance. Perhaps slower than today's Magnum round, the .30-06 balances a blend of power and precision that few cartridges ever rivaled. Because of this, it's a classic worldwide. At number 10, we've got a revolver legend, the .357 Magnum. This caliber is synonymous with power and precision, and has been a favorite for law enforcement and civilian shooters since its introduction. The .357 Magnum was a powerful revolver cartridge designed in 1934 at the height of Prohibition to penetrate car doors and body armor. It earned a spot in Hollywood lore, famously wielded by Clint Eastwood in the iconic series Dirty Harry. But what sets the .357 Magnum apart is that it's also capable of firing .38 Special, giving the shooter a softer, cheaper alternative to use for practice. But when loaded with Magnum rounds, it's got the stopping power to handle serious threats. The .357 Magnum weighs between 110 and 158 grains and can reach velocities as high as 1,500 FPS at the muzzle, reaching an effective range of just over 50 yards. This cartridge size is suitable for self-defense, hunting small game, or shooting targets. Although it lacks the long-range possibility that rifle calibers can provide, the .357 Magnum does not have an equal in close-quarters power and versatility. Among pistols, it is a real jack of all trades. The .300 Winchester Magnum comes in at number 9, and its power is increased. These cartridges are for the serious hunter and long-range shooter who demands accuracy and strong impact. The .300 WM, as it's called for short, is a belted, bottlenecked Magnum rifle cartridge introduced by the Winchester Repeating Arms Company in 1963. It has since become a favorite for military snipers, hunters, and competitive shooters. It's been used in countless long-range shooting competitions and even by U.S. armed forces in Afghanistan. This cartridge has a flat trajectory and reliable performance over long distances. Many hunters take this along when hunting large game like moose and bear, since it works pretty well in less than optimal conditions and terrains from the Alaskan tundra to the African savanna. The .300 Win Mag fires bullets weighing 150 through 220 grains at velocities up to 3,200 feet per second, with an effective shot range just beyond 1,000 yards. Picture this for your next hunt. You're now on that special hunting trip in Alaska for a big bull moose. You raise the .300 Win Mag rifle and shoot straight at 400 yards. Bang! There it is, a clean and ethical shot thanks to this caliber's straight path and strong power. Although less versatile than the .30-06, the .300 Win Mag is nonetheless far more powerful and has more reach. Thus, it is perfectly adapted for hunting large game in open ranges. Coming in at number 8, we've got a small but mighty round, the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO. This caliber is a household name among military and civilian shooters, and for good reason. The 5.56 NATO was developed in the 1960s to become the standard ammunition for the U.S. military. This cartridge feeds two of the world's most famous guns, the M16 and the AR-15, which are sold to civilians. Its lightweight allows soldiers to carry more bullets with them into battle, a big plus in drawn-out gunfights. This cartridge was notable for its high velocity and flat trajectory, making it exceptionally effective against medium-range targets. However, what makes a real difference is its tumbling upon impact, which inflicts life-changing injuries. It has an excellent balance between speed and stopping power for small animals and self-defense. The 5.56 NATO shoots bullets in the 55 to 77 grain range at velocities up to 3,200 feet per second. It's very effective for accurate shooting to around 500 yards, although good shooters will successfully use it at longer ranges. A bonus? Shooting many of these bullets won't break the bank, as it sells for about 50 cents per round. The 5.56 NATO probably doesn't compare in power with the .300 Win Mag. However, its speed, accuracy, and most importantly, low price have made it popular for nearly everything from casual shooting to hunting predators. Sometimes less is more. At number 7, we have a caliber built for rugged reliability, the 7.62 by 39 millimeter. This round has been a staple of the AK-47 and SKS rifles for decades and has earned its place in the history books. The Soviet Union developed the 7.62 by 39 millimeter during World War II and became the standard cartridge for the AK-47, one of the most widely used firearms in the world. If you've seen an action movie, chances are you've seen this round in action. It's a load cartridge, and its bullet bestows power and penetration. Though not as fast as the 5.56 NATO, its heavier bullet delivers more energy downrange, which makes it fantastic for hunting larger animals or breaking through barriers. The 7.62 by 39 millimeter fires bullets that weigh between 122 and 125 grains at a speed of around 2,400 FPS. The cartridge is extremely cheap, with a per-round cost of under 30 cents when bought in bulk. It has an effective range of a little more than 300 yards. Here's a picture for you. Imagine you're hunting pigs with your reliable AK in the woods. A group of wild pigs shows up and you aim with your 7.62 by 39 millimeter. The bullet's strength and ability to go through ensure you get a quick, humane kill, even on tough animals. While it doesn't have the long-range capability of calibers like the 30-06, the 7.62 by 39 millimeter shines in close to mid-range scenarios where reliability and stopping power matter most. So hold on to your hats, folks. Number 6 brings in the big guns, the 50 Action Express. The renown of this handgun caliber rests in its raw, unstoppable power. The 50 AE is known as the cartridge of the Desert Eagle, one of the most iconic handguns in pop culture. From movies like The Matrix to video games like Call of Duty, the Desert Eagle and its mighty 50 AE have become legends in their own right. It is one of the largest handgun cartridges around the world, and it really delivers a devastating blow on impact. It's not really practical to conceal, but it's a great piece to show off or hunt big game with. The 50 AE fires bullets weighing 300 to 350 grains at muzzle velocities of around 1400 FPS. It's designed for close encounters and has an effective range of about 50 yards. Priced at around $2 to $3 a round, it's a luxury caliber, but one that delivers an unforgettable experience. While the 50 AE is not an extremely flexible cartridge like the 308 rifle cartridge, it earns a special status in the handgun world thanks to its sheer stopping power and famous reputation. Coming in at number 5, we're going old school with the 4570 Government. This cartridge was developed in 1873 and has since proven to be one of the most useful big-bore cartridges ever designed. First produced for the U.S. military, the 4570 has become extremely popular in lever-action rifles and enjoys a very dedicated following among hunters and cowboy action shooters. The 4570 delivers a deadly blow and is thus great for hunting the largest of big game, bears, bison, and even Cape buffalo. Modern loads have expanded its capabilities, pushing the limits of what this old-school round can do. The 4570 fires bullets that weigh between 300 and 500 grains and have muzzle velocities of around 1800 FPS. Its effective range is around 200 yards, but its heavy bullets retain energy better than lighter rounds, making it lethal at longer distances. The 4570 is slow and heavy compared to newer bullets, but its dependability and power have made it popular among hunters who want to take on some of the toughest game. At number 4, we've got a caliber that's all about versatility, the 300 Blackout. This round is a favorite among tactical shooters and hunters alike for its adaptability and performance. The 300 Blackout was created in 2011 specifically to give AR-15 rifle users a cartridge with more thump than a 5.56 NATO, while still sticking to using a standard magazine and bolt. Since then, it has become popular for silencer shooting. The 300 Blackout can be great for close quarters combat and hunting. Subsonic rounds run exceptionally quiet with a suppressor, making them perfect for hog hunting or some tactical situation. At the same time, the supersonic loads have enough power in larger game at medium distances. The 300 Blackout fires bullets weighing 110 to 220 grains at muzzle velocities ranging from 1,000 to 2,400 FPS. The effective range is about 300 yards, while the cost per round usually ranges from 75 cents to $1. While it is not able to achieve distances reminiscent of the 300 Win Mag caliber, the 300 Blackout has certainly gained a significant reputation among hunters and tactical shooters for its versatility and performance. At number 3, we're stepping into a powerhouse that's earned its reputation as a versatile and deadly caliber, the 308 Winchester. This round is a favorite among hunters, precision shooters, and even military snipers. It's the definition of a do-it-all cartridge. The 308 Winchester was loaded in 1952 and shortly after was also adapted by NATO as the 7.62 by 51 millimeter. It's the parent cartridge for several popular rounds, including the 243 Winchester and the 260 Remington, which speaks of pedigree. The 308 is an exceptionally accurate and reliable caliber. It works amazingly for target shooting on the range and hunting elk in the mountains. Its great meld of power, recoil, and distance makes it perfect for hunting medium to large-sized animals and also for long shots. This caliber fires bullets weighing 150 to 180 grains, with muzzle velocities of about 2,700 FPS. Its effective range stretches to 800 yards in the hands of a skilled marksman. Priced at around $1.50 per round, it's affordable for most shooters and offers incredible bang for your buck. The .308 Winchester is not as powerful as the .300 Win Mag, but it does not kick nearly as hard either, and is actually cheaper. Therefore, it is a favorite of hunters and sharpshooters alike. It receives the top 3 on this list because it is once again used in multiple different shooters. At number 2, we've got a round that's as ubiquitous as it is effective, the 9mm Parabellum. Whether you're talking self-defense, law enforcement, or military use, this caliber is the undisputed king of handguns. Invented by George Luger in 1901, the 9mm became the standard pistol cartridge of most armies worldwide, including the U.S. It's the most common handgun caliber today, and with good reason. Smaller in size, more powerful in effect, and mild in recoil, the 9mm constitutes a great balance. It's small enough to be conveniently carried, yet powerful enough to stop a threat. New improvements in bullet design, such as hollow points, have made this cartridge even more effective. The 9mm generally launches projectiles in weights from 115 to 147 grains, at 1,100 to 1,300 feet per second. It tends to function well to a distance of around 50 yards, and its relatively inexpensive cost of around 30 cents per cartridge makes it a favorite for high-volume shooters. Picture this scenario. You're walking home late at night and someone jumps out with bad intentions. Your concealed carry pistol loaded with 9mm hollow points is ready, and its manageable recoil allows for accurate shots to protect yourself and get home safe. The 9mm may not hit as hard as larger calibers like the .45 ACP, but its speed, larger magazine capacity, and low cost make it a world favorite for many. It is like the Swiss Army knife among handguns. The legendary .50 Browning machine gun takes the top spot. This caliber is in a different category, especially regarding pure power and range. Originally developed by John Browning in 1921, the .50 BMG is used for heavy machine guns. It became a staple of military arsenals and has even entered civilian long-range shooting competitions. This extremely powerful caliber is meant to disable vehicles, penetrate thick armor, and even reach targets a mile away. The average shooter will also enjoy the loads as they provide a great deal of power. You will surely have something to brag about using this caliber, knowing that they hit a piece of metal a distance away. The .50 BMG shoots 660 grain bullets that can be launched at targets with velocities up to 2,800 feet per second. It can effectively hit targets from a distance of 1.5 miles or more. At $5 to $10 a round, it's not cheap, but the experience of shooting one of these is priceless. You are attending a long-range shooting competition with your Barrett M82 rifle using .50 BMG bullets. The crowd goes silent as you engage your target well over a mile away. You pull the trigger, and in return you hear a loud concussion, while after a few seconds the steel would ring in. That is the kind of strength or power this bullet would produce. The impracticality of the .50 BMG for most hunting and self-defense uses should not take away from how truly powerful and flexible it is with targets a long distance away. Stronger, hence the most dangerous caliber in the world. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 13 deadliest calibers in the world. Each has one thing special to offer: speed, power, or even history. While you're still here, click the pop-up video on the screen to watch our next video. Stay alert, stay safe, and until next time.